Tom Marvolo Riddle, also known as Lord Voldemort, Dark Lord and you-know-who. Early life and education. In September 1938, Tom began attending Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. He was insorted into Slytherin, a house founded by Tom's ancestor Salazar Slytherin. Tom wanted to find his biological family, and he began searching for information around the school. He thought Maripy had to be the Muggle parent because she failed to use magic to avoid dying in childbirth. He focused on finding Tom S&R instead, but he found nothing and had to concede that his father was the Muggle. In the 5th year, Tom was a prefect. Opening the Chamber of Secrets, Tom began searching for Merope's family by using his middle name Marvolo for his grandfather. He found out that she was a Gaunt and that they were descended from Salazar Slytherin. He knew about the legend of the Chamber of Secrets and deduced that he was the heir of Slytherin. For he began searching for it, and he eventually succeeded in finding it during the 1942-1943 school year. Tom tamed the serpent in the Chamber of Secrets and used it to try and carry out Slytherin's noble work to purge the school of Muggle-born students. Eventually, a student was killed and head teacher Professor Dippet was going to have to close the school down. Fearing going back to the orphanage, Tom asked Dippet if he could stay at the school. He was denied, and Tom knew that the chamber had to be closed. He knew that Dumbledore suspected him, so he framed Rubeus Hagrid and an acromantula called Aragog, and because Dippet held Tom in high favor, he thought he was telling the truth. He expelled Hagrid and told Tom he could never tell anyone the reason. He was given a special award for services to the school for the trouble. He was surprised framing Hagrid worked, because he considered the half-giant too intelligent to ever do that. Dumbledore kept a close eye on Tom from then on. He knew he could not open the chamber again when he was attending the school. He later used the student's death to preserve a part of his soul into a diary in the hope that a future student would take it to the school and complete the work. In August 1944, Tom tracked down his father in Little Hangleton. He visited the Riddle house, where he killed his father and grandparents. The gardener, Frank Bryce, saw Tom near the house, but the police couldn't find a trace of him. While in the Muggle world, Frank was considered responsible for the killings. Tom framed his uncle, Morphing Gaunt. Tom wanted to use his father's name less and less. He was ashamed to have a Muggle father, and was upset he had abandoned him, so he adopted a new name. It was an anagram of his original name, rearranging the letters to spell Voldemort. He had developed an intimate circle of friends at school, and he told them his new name. These so-called friends were eventually the first Death Eaters. They were effectively his servants. During the final year at Hogwarts, Tom was head boy and achieved top grades in every examination. He was given the medal for magical merit. Gaining power. I have experimented. I have pushed the boundaries of magic further, perhaps, than they have ever been pushed. Tom was now falling deeper and deeper into the dark arts, and for the next 10 years, he went into hiding and began traveling. He was pushing the boundaries of magic and experimenting using dark magic. He undertook many dangerous transformations, and he became less and less handsome. By the time he resurfaced, he was unrecognizable, and very few connected the former Tom to who he was now. First Wizarding War. The only place that was deemed very safe was Hogwarts because of Dumbledore. Voldemort's fear of him kept him away from the school. Dumbledore founded the Order of Phoenix to combat Voldemort, and many powerful members would defy Voldemort several times. However, the efforts did not keep Voldemort from gaining power, and the war went on for 11 long years, by which point he was at the height of power. Even long after the war had ended, many in the wizarding world had a fear of even saying the name Voldemort. The story of Voldemort Part 3, Downfall. Voldemort had a spy in the Order of the Phoenix, Peter Pettigrew, who was keeping him informed of James and Lily's whereabouts. They soon put their confidence in Peter and chose him to be their secret keeper. Less than 7 days later, Peter told him they were hiding in Godric's Hollow. Before confronting the Potters, he and Lucius Malfoy had planned to eventually reopen the Chamber of Secrets using Tom Riddle's diary. It was left in Lucius's care when Tom went missing. Voldemort promised Snape that he would not kill Lily and would offer her a chance to step aside. Voldemort went to the house and fought and killed a wandless James. He found Lily standing near Harry, and he gave her a chance to step aside, but she wouldn't and started begging for Harry's life. He gave her a second chance, but she kept begging for Harry to be spared. She told him to kill her instead, and he eventually gave up trying to encourage her not to. He laughed at her and killed her, because he gave Lily a chance to live. She had sacrificed her life for Harry, and an ancient force born of love protected Harry from the killing curse. The killing curse bounced off Harry and hit Voldemort instead. He disappeared. Voldemort was now half dead, bodiless and powerless. He fled to a forest in Albania to hide. The world did not know what happened to him. A few people thought he was dead. A few thought he was waiting until he was strong again. And a few even worked out he was likely half dead. Philosopher's Stone. In the summer of 1991, Voldemort was found by Quirinus Quirrell, who had hoped that joining him would gain him power. Instead, Voldemort knew he was vulnerable and possessed him. Latching to Quirrell's body when he found out that he worked at Hogwarts, they hatched a plan to find and steal the Philosopher's Stone, because he knew it could grant him a body again. Dumbledore suspected that Voldemort might one day try to steal it, and he put it in Gringotts. He then put defenses in Hogwarts for the stone to keep there instead. Voldemort hatched a plan to break into Gringotts, but he and Quirrell were too late, because Rubeus Hagrid had taken the stone to Hogwarts that same day. He learned from Quirrell that it was taken there, and that it had many defenses that Quirrell had to get around if they were to be successful. During their first attempt to get around Fluffy, Quirrell put a troll in the school, and then raced to the third-floor corridor. Snape suspected Quirrell and beat him to the corridor, blocking him off and scaring Quirrell away.